Are you going live? You do whatever you want to do. We're live, so if you want to, but don't expect me to do the wolf. It's bad enough I have to say minty, and it took me a long time to start saying that. But hey, what's up, all you minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and I have a very special guest with me today. This is a good friend of mine, my buddy Maddogg Comics. Now you can do your. Go ahead, man.
Woof woof. Hey guys, it's me, Marcus, aka the Mad Dog. I'm so excited to be here. Like, I hope I just do a good job. I just want to say in advance already, thank you, Mr. Omar, for giving me this opportunity. And not just that, thank you for bringing this to the community. And no, he hasn't paid me to say this, but genuinely, like,
I did pay him. I paid him money to say that.
You paid the wrong guy. Didn't go to me. But yeah, thank you for this.
Oh, you're so welcome, man. I know you've been doing videos yourself on your own channel, and everybody should go check them out. But absolutely, dude. I like doing this with other people to kind of get everybody, like, you have a different reaction than I do to some books, and we talk about. And yes, he just called me Mr. Omar. I feel old. Uncanny Omar. No mister here. So this is gonna be really fun. Yeah. The reason I have him here is because I have a lot of UK people, and I wanted them to, somebody with their native tongue that they can understand. So there we go. So yes, everybody. I've been told that you are like the UK version of Omar, and I said, what if I'm the US version of Maddogg, and you guys have just had it wrong? So yes, Maddogg's with me, and we're going to be talking about the June solicitations from Marvel Comics. So a big and huge thank you to David Gabriel and all the folks in Marvel for putting this together for us. We get this a couple of weeks in advance before it goes out everywhere else. So you guys get your first look at the collected editions that are coming out. Now, I got to mention 3 of them. We're going to be looking at the content already, and the prices and the covers, of course. There is one reprint in here for those people that have been trying to guess. It's not a Star Wars reprint. I promise it's not, but I hope one day, and if it's not the reprint you want, just wait around, because next week I'm going to be starting, kicking off on Monday. We're going to be announcing the Epic Collections. My Curtis and I will be doing the Epic Collections coming out in October to December. Really quick, Absolute Carnage is due to be restocked on, oh my goodness, I had the date. July 7th is the restock date of Absolute Carnage. So see, look, you got an extra surprise, Aaron. You didn't even know, and now you know, man. Now you know. Restock July. I'm double checking. I wrote this down, and I forgot. I was going to do it on I do this announcements on the Saturday chat. So let me double check here. It looks to be July 7th, I want to say. I want to give you guys the right date. Now, again, I'm sorry, July 28th. So, again, those are restocks, and there won't be a big hoorah about it. So the best way I tell people to do this is, if you really want to reserve a copy, put it on your wish list at cheapgraphicnovels.com. Pre-order it. That's the best way you can guarantee a copy. You all know I don't have to tell you how fast that book went. I didn't even have to hype that book up. You all bought it all on your own. This is a more important question. When is Omar's birthday? The entire month of March, man. I'm just kidding. My wife always makes fun of me because I call it my birthday month. I'm like a 4-year-old kid. When is Omar's birthday? My birthday is March 14th, man. Sending gifts to the P.O. Box. Thank you, dude. You didn't have to do that. But anybody that wants to, feel free to send it to the Near Mint Condition P.O. Box. This is actually, we use this for people donations, like to get for a giveaway, because we will be doing a 40K giveaway sometime. I think the third weekend, the third Saturday of the month, we'll be doing a huge giveaway. We'll be giving away Marvel Omnis, DC Omnis, Marvel Masterworks, Epic Collections, You all know how we do the giveaways. We love paying it forward. So if you want to donate, yeah, that's where you do it. Now, I think
BJ Kicks was in the chat. I love that dude. He donated. He's a great.
Thank you.
His channel. He's so cool. He's got a beautiful voice as well. Like,
cool. Thank you.
Can't recommend him enough.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'll have to listen to him. Does he sing?
No, he's just talking. He's got a beautiful voice. Like. Credit where it's due.
Okay, well, everybody go check out BJ Kick's beautiful voice. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the super chat.
He had the X-Men Artist Edition the other day, and I was like,
the Jim Lee
one. Watch that, but I also know I'm going to end up buying it, so...
I can't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I was like, man. Logan Son is saying follow BJ Kick's cool channel. There you go. So there you go.
Great dude.
All right. So we'll let a few people trickle in here. The other most important thing is you all know I don't ever kick anybody off. I don't ever ban anybody from the channel or anything. But I swear, if anybody tries to spoil WandaVision for me, I have to break that rule. I literally just started watching it. I had to take my dad to the doctor this morning, so I watched like some of it. I haven't finished the after credits and all that, but. So, but our WandaVision review, we'll be doing that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the amazing Amanda and I. So if you want to watch it, and we can talk about it then because it will be spoiler. So yes, no spoilers, please. That's a instant ban. I don't want to ban anybody for spoiling. I mean, right? Happy birthday, Omar. Already, Chris? Chris, my dude, though. Chris is working on some shirts. They look amazing for us. Can we get Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2? Yes. Sure. If I had magic powers, you know, that would then if I had WandaVision powers or Wanda powers, you would be granted that. Let's see. Waiting for just a couple more things. Omar, quick question. After Uncanny X-Men issues or Omnibus, should I start reading New Mutants? After what issues? I tell people to read it usually around the third Omnibus. So when the X-Men are up there during the Brood saga, so around, I'd say issue 160, 161 of Uncanny, you can start reading it because this is what's happening on Earth. Because during that time, Professor X is like, oh man, my X-Men are dead. That sucks. I'll just get some new kids, fill up that missing hole in my heart. But literally, that's what happens. And so Professor X thinks the X-Men are dead, and here we go. Like, let's make a new team. And actually, when I do my reading order this month, this time around, I'm going to make a separate video like when you should start reading New Mutants. If you want to do it in publishing order, some people just wait. If you want to do it in publishing order, I'll definitely recommend it. Tushar, thanks, buddy. Crazy amalgamation. UK, Omar, and US Mad Dog. I guess I need to start my channel now. Right? Right? Thank you always for being such an amazing human being, Omar. Any word for people looking for restocks of War of the Realms? That's I sent David a list of the ones that went quick, and Absolute Carnage and War of the Realms were two that were definitely on there. So it's literally up to him. But he's on vacation, so I told him don't watch the channel, like just because sometimes he jumps in. So he may surprise us. He may still jump in. But yeah, he's on vacation, so I want to leave that man alone. I don't want to talk to him about books. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to hit like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We are on Patreon. It's an amazing way to support the channel. And more importantly, thank you, Mad Dog, for joining me, dude. This is a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, I'm so used to being on the other side of the screen that sometimes I'm like, wait, I'm still here. Like,
yes, you're here.
That's me on the screen.
People can hear you. People can hear. Oh, big shout out to my boy Josh Peterson. Where's my King in Black Omni, dude? I'm working on it. Not physically. I'm sure that's gonna happen. Like with Absolute Carnage and War of the Realms, that has to come. All right. So let me know. I'm going to share my screen, and everybody, please let me know. Got two screens here. Is that big enough? Is that big enough? Is that small? What do y'all think? Let me know, and we can get started.
That's a cool cover, though.
Yeah, I love the modern covers on these, man. They're beautiful. Like the Mark Brooks one for the previous Cole. So Cole's another Robert E. Howard property that we're going to be getting. This is the one that I announced yesterday, I think. The original Marvel Years Omnibus. So for those people in the comment section of that video, here's the actual content. Marvel Team Up 111 and 112. Nothing is left off. Cole the Conqueror, the 2-issue miniseries from 82, the ongoing series Cole the Conqueror from the following year, and the Veil of Shadows. So 632 pages, mature content, $125 with both covers here. You have the direct market cover here by Bolton, and then you have the standard edition cover by David Lopez. Then the big one here, God, I love that Darth Maul cover. That Darth Maul cover is so awesome.
Is that the DM?
So that is the direct market cover. So what we're looking at here is Star Wars Legends, Rise of the Sith Omnibus. This one's huge. This is 1,000 pages. So going through this, we have Star Wars Jedi: The Dark Side, 5-issue miniseries, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, The Last Stand. There's a lot of those. The Jedi Council 4-issue miniseries, Star Wars 0 through 6. And I know somebody's taking pictures, so thank you all for that, by the way, because I know when you all share it, we appreciate it. Sorry, I stopped. And Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Star Wars. Have you read any of this stuff, Marcus? Just out of curiosity.
No, because I think I was about 7 when Star Wars Episode 1 came out, and it looks like a lot of the stuff's tied into that. But like, I pre-ordered that the Old Republic, the direct market variant cover, because I was like, I'd never pre-ordered a direct market variant before this year, and then all of a sudden I've got 8 on pre-order, so I don't know what's happened, but that mold cover is going to be in there as well. That's a gorgeous cover.
That's the one that I think everybody's going to want, because despite of how people feel about Episode 1, I mean, Darth Maul was the badass, and that cover's awesome, dude. So, from the looks of it, it looks like this was already most of it, I want to say, and please, anybody in the chat that knows this, because I sold mine a while back, but it feels like most of this has been collected in Epic Collection, and it looks like this is the route they're going to go. Like, they're going to go, all the epics that are out of print, Marvel's like, hey, let's make an omnibus out of it, which is cool, because, damn, like, a lot of people have been wanting this stuff. So this stuff is called Legends because it's what's known as non-canon. This is the stuff that was originally published by Dark Horse. So pretty much anything that's Marvel has been printing, like the Jason Aaron stuff and the Kieran Gillen, Darth Vader stuff, that stuff is known as canon. It's in the Star Wars universe. Whereas this is like, that's why they call it the Legends line that was published previously by Dark Horse. Now, yeah, if anybody in the chat knows, please let me know. Okay, so thank you so much. It's both Rise of Sith epics collected as one. Yeah, I'm digging that Darth Maul cover. That thing's going to go quick. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Hey, Omar, it's your fault. I got over 70 Omnis in 2 years. I'll buy 2 copies of New Warriors Omni so we can get a volume 2. You don't have to, man. Give one away, though. Give one to your friends. Much love, and thanks for getting us all these reprints. Also, stop sleeping on Attack on Titan. Yeah, I know. I need to get on that. And, my kids are older now. Now I can watch those with the kids.
If you watched any of it before, because I just finished up season 1 of that, because my girlfriend's finally trying to get me into manga and anime. I say that when you can see all the manga behind me, which is ace. But
it's I saw the first 2 seasons. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, I like the animation more than I do the anime. It was me, Omar, or the manga, I'm sorry. I replaced my Dark Horse trades with Marvel Epics Collection, so now I can triple dip on these. You all are welcome. I want to know who the guy is, and I know you're out there, that had the single issues, bought the Dark Horse trades, and when Marvel started doing the Epic line, they're like, oh, this is a better way to collect them. All right, let's do that. You got the Epics. Now you see the omnibus, and you're like, that's 4 times. Still not as bad as my story with Death and Return of Superman, which is like 6 times I dipped to that. All right. One that a lot of people are excited for, including myself, because you all saw how ridiculous the prices are when these things go out of print. But the Darth Vader by Charles Soule, Volume 1, it was going for a lot of money. So, oh, wait, Chad's saying that's me. Is that you, Chad? You did that? God bless you, man. You love Star Wars that much. That's awesome. Star Wars Darth Vader by Charles Soule, Omnibus. So collecting what I kind of figured. Issues 1 through 25 of the 2017 series. So this is the follow-up to the Kieran Gillen series. And it also includes Annual 2. I forgot about Annual 2. So it's all in here. 624 pages, $100. Which cover do you like, man? This is the second Darth Vader series, for those that are wondering. It's the follow-up to the Kieran Gillen run.
I'm going to go DM variant because the main cover looked a little bit too much like the second oversized hardcover, which I literally got the other week. And then this got announced, and it's like,
so you made this
double dip? Yeah. I'm going to have to double dip on that.
Did I mention the manual? I couldn't remember if I said the annual or not. I do remember thinking that it was going to be the first 25 issues. So yes, this is the 2 oversized hardcovers. The 2 oversized hardcovers is what makes this up. All right, and we have some Marvel Masterworks for all you Marvel Masterworks fans. We have some new ones here to announce. Marvel Masterworks Ghost Rider Volume 3, collecting issues 21 through 35 of the classic Ghost Rider series. These are coming out fast. And coming out in October. So 21 through 35, as well as Marvel Premiere number 28. Both again, these have been coming out since the late 80s. So I'm always impressed by the people that have been getting these since day one. Which I know, I know one other person other than David that has every single Marvel Masterwork.
They're nice though, aren't they? Like
And
I wish I could have jumped on earlier on them.
you would have to go back in time.
No, that's what I mean.
Okay. And announcing the Tomb of Dracula Marvel Masterwork line. So coming out in October for the very first time, Tomb of Dracula. I was just texting David. I was like, hey, I said, I can't remember. It was a joke between us and Tomb of Dracula Omnibus needing a reprint. He's like, hey, you're getting a Marvel Masterworks. And I was like, yeah, that didn't go unnoticed, but but yes, Tomb of Dracula is coming out in Marvel Masterworks form. So I know the guys that are still getting that are super excited about that. All right, and announcing the reprint, it is Young Avengers. Some of you had guessed it. Some of you thought it was going to be a Star. I did say it wasn't a Star Wars, though. I thought I would made that clear. But Young Avengers by Kieran Gillen is being reprinted. 360 pages, $75. That's the original price that I paid for it. I'm assuming this is. By the way, this is the first time it's had a direct market variant, though. So I'm assuming this has something to do with the TV shows going on. Whether, we have Hawkeye, WandaVision, if you've been watching it, and rumor is that this is going to be, one of the new Marvel shows, Young Avengers. Whatever team up they use, I don't know, but pretty cool.
It's a nice cover though the DM is.
I really like that DM. Looks like Jimmy Chung. I thought it was Jimmy Chung from here.
I've got the original on that one, I think.
Yeah, I've got that cover right there. And at this moment, I just remind everybody that's still watching, over 500 people, to please hit that like button if you don't mind. Sugar Man, I think a lot of people were expecting a Darth Vader omnibus reprint, but let's wait around. Let's wait around. Let's see what happens. I've got some announcements to make. I'm not throwing a hint out there, but I'm just saying that I've got some announcements to make, like literally just about every day starting next week. So let's see what happens. There's still room for more. So collecting issues 1 through 15 of Young Avengers. If you've not read this is a really good run. I was hoping one day that they would take Young Avengers, the Alan Heinberg series, and put it together with Children's Crusade. Have you read those?
Yeah, I love that. I got the original hardcover, and I think I read it like in my college dinner at one point. And I actually made a friend through that book, so that book's quite special to me. Really like that one.
I hope so. I hope we get that one day. Like all these reprint, like that would be a cool omnibus.
Yeah.
The history of the Marvel Universe, if you've not read this is probably one of the most important, beautifully drawn books I read last year. And this coming out in trade paperback format. We have another Venom. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the King in Black trade paperback. So I guess based on sales of these, we'll see if we have an omnibus sometime. But now King in Black is officially getting a trade paperback. Let me see what it collects. Going back up here. Collecting King in Black 1 through 5.
I like that cover as well. I'm too bad for like just buying stuff based on cover. Like I know I shouldn't. I know there's literally a phrase for it, but still, every time I see a cover, I'm like, I'm getting that now. I'm
the same way. Somebody's asking, Cesar, Wolverine Omnibus restock has already happened. If you're missing it, I know Cheap Graphic Novels has some still. And I know I put a link to Amazon. Amazon still had them on our social media. But those kind of came already. The other restock that's coming, like I mentioned, July 28th is Absolute Carnage. So keep that in mind for those that have been asking me. Spread the word. Whatever you all do. Here's the cover. Oh, that's so badass.
Yeah.
That should be the King in Black. Well, no, that kind of, I don't know. That doesn't really see, like, there is no King in Black variant. I wonder what they'll use for the variant if they do an omnibus. King in Black, Atlantis Attacks. I heard that series is pretty good. I haven't read it yet. The trade paperback, and then King in Black Namor by Kurt Busiek. Say no more. That's all you had to say, man. I love that guy's writing. King in Black Avengers. Wiccan and Hulkling right there, so it looks like a Young Avengers. King in Black Planet of the Symbiotes. What do you call it?
I say symbiotes as well, but then because not that many people read comics around me, I always just had to go the thing that Venom is, and then you go, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
so I just refer to it as the thing that Venom is. It's just easier.
King in Black Thunderbolts, another one I'm really excited for. That's one of my favorite series. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Thunderbolts, oh god, so I get it advanced copies of books, and this is one that comes out next month in April.
Nice.
This is Thunderbolts Volume 1. This is the direct market cover, and it's such a joy that I was looking at my top 20 Marvel Omnis video that I did, and this was like in the top 5, and to hold it in my hand is so surreal. Like it actually happened.
You sold me on that as well. Like,
oh,
as soon as I heard you talking about it, even though I knew the twist, because
okay, yeah,
jump off if you know the twist, and I was like, nah, I'm fine. And then you told me the twist, and the twist was actually what made me want to buy it. So, if anything, it was good that you told the twist.
See, and that's what I'm thinking. Like when I do the overview, I got to be really careful. Like, how do I tell people? Like, how do I sell people on the book without giving the twist? Because the twist to me is one of the biggest twists in comic book history. Yeah. So. Oh, Rebel. Give me something good, lads. I got Maddogg with me. He's from the UK.
I got a drink on the go as well. Like for your 40k. I'm celebrating your 40k with a drink.
Celebrating my 40k, of course. Yeah, you're in a different time. I'm so sorry, Rebel. I hope it makes you feel better. How about Gwenom versus Carnage? Look at that cover. That's awesome, Rebel.
Yeah, it's good.
I actually dig that cover. Is that Raphael Sandoval? No, it's Ken Lashley. Okay. Omar, you get one birthday wish from the Omni Gods, and it comes true. What would it be? No, I'm not kidding. New Warriors Omnibus 2. New Warriors Omnibus 2, and I did my job. I'm being serious. Because I know everybody expects me to say Uncanny X-Men Omnibus 5, but we know that will come.
Yeah.
Just like Jason Aaron Thor, we know these things will come. And to me, those are givens. There are a lot of underdogs out there, and New Warriors is up there. You know, things like Darkhawk, Spider-Man 2099. You know, a few other books that I would love to add. I'm actually working on that list right now to make videos, like my most wanted Omnis. You should too, man. There's a tag. Hashtag. I want to see what you want, because your generation is different than mine.
Yeah,
you know,
like I'm Ultimates, like all the way through. And
exactly. Yeah.
Everybody hates on Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Fantastic Four. I'm like, yeah, but would I be reading any of those titles if it wasn't for them? And like the New 52 is my jam, and I feel like a lot of people hate the New 52 now that it's finished and now that we've got a bit of time from it. But I'm like, I love it though. That's mine.
Well, and honestly, it seems like you're loving it because DC is cashing in on the New 52. They're literally publishing just about every New 52 title. No volumes 2. But at least you're getting a volume 1. Yeah, Ultimate X. Look, that makes me feel so old. Ultimate X-Men are 20 years old now, and to me, it still feels like this is the kid stuff. Like the young kids are reading, and now it's not true at all because those kids are now like in their late 20s, early 30s. Oh, this is crazy. All right, symbiote, whatever. What did the movie call it? Symbiotes, I think.
The thing that Venom is.
The thing that Venom is. Spider-Man King in Black, written by Peter David and Greg Land. I love that Peter David is still continuing the symbiote Spider-Man run by them giving him a bunch of little miniseries. It kind of reminds me of what DC did with Greg Rucka. Like Greg Rucka wanted to tell the story of Renee Montoya and The Question, and they were like, yeah, but you can't have an ongoing. How about like 5-issue miniseries? And that's literally the entire story. It's so cool. The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. I am digging this, and I'm finally glad that it's coming back. Collecting issues 19 through 25. Ta-Nehisi Coates. And let's see. Oh, yes. Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood. Treasury Edition.
Yeah, this looks beautiful.
The Treasury Edition is coming out. Drawn. You have so much talent in here. Yeah. Terry Duggan, Matthew Rosenberg, Chris Claremont, Saladin Ahmed, and artwork by Adam Kubert, Salvador La Roca, Kev Walker. Wow, crazy. This is going to be an awesome book. So these are oversized. The gallery editions are oversized for people that don't know. And yes, 100% truth. Peter David is still making amazing stuff. I absolutely agree with that. I only read the first issue of this too. This collects like the 4-issue miniseries. Yes, so the Treasury editions, if you go back and watch my videos, are like the history of the Marvel Universe, or what was the other one? Parable.
Yeah.
Silver
Is
Surfer
X-Men
Parable.
Grand Design the same size as well? Is it the
No,
same size?
Grand Design is... No, I think you're right. I don't have any to look at. What am I doing? I was looking at my history of the Marvel Universe. Yes, I think you're right. I gave those away for a giveaway. So far, is somebody keeping tabs? Omar's talking pretty today. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's because I've got Maddogg with me. He's keeping tabs on me. And for all of you wondering, how in the hell is X-Men Reign of X going to be collected? Look no further than this video. Reign of X, trade paperback volume 1, coming out. This takes place after the events of X of Swords, 10 of Swords if you've read it, collecting Sword. So it is going to collect Sword. That's awesome. Number 1, X-Men, the 2019 series. Number 16, X-Factor number 5, and Hellion 7 through 8. That content may change by the time I get it in my hand and do an advanced overview, so keep that in mind always, please. Yes. We call it the Queen's English. Is the King's English? I thought it was the Queen's English.
It depends what we've got at the moment, I think. Like, because our national anthem changes. We've got God Save the King and God Save the Queen. I don't really know the words to either one of them, to be fair. I only know the chorus. It's kind of like near enough any song from the 80s when you only know the chorus from it. That's like our national anthem for me. So, yeah, it just depends who we've got at the moment.
Canadian Invincible Comics. Good to see you here, buddy.
I love him.
Reign of good guy. Reign of X should be out. If this is the June solicitations, and usually with trade paperbacks, that's pretty accurate. So I want to say this will be out in June. Does this mean we will get OHC of Dawn of X? All I know so far is that we're getting an oversized hardcover of Marauders and Excalibur, and I have one more to announce, and I'll be announcing 3 oversized hardcovers Marvel is releasing plus 1 omnibus. That'll be a video sometime next week too. So, Omar, please tell David to make Shadowland, Ned Brubaker, Shadowland's out of print? How did you all do that? I thought, wasn't that the Daredevil story that everybody's like, don't buy this? Anyway.
Yeah, the anti-Jacob stuff.
That poll will be coming out. So last year we took a poll on our most wanted reprints. I sent that list over to Marvel, and so far we've had 8 of those 10 books reprinted. That's what I'm going to do this year. And for people that don't have social media, we're going to make a shareable OneDrive file where you can put in your vote, what you want reprinted the most. And then whatever the top 10 is, I'll make a video and I'll send that over to David, and they can do whatever they want to, because at the end of the day, it's still Marvel that makes these decisions. I'm just a dude in a basement talking to another dude in the UK, talking to you wonderful people wherever you are. The Union. Oh, man, you should announce this. Go ahead. What is that?
The Union, the Britannia Project. Is that the new Captain Britain? I can't see. I've got really bad eyes as well. So
no, okay, it's also the resolution. I don't think it's Captain Britain. I don't think it's Betsy. It's the Union Jack though. But go ahead. What who's the creative team on here?
So we've got Paul Grist. I'm famous as well for not being able to pronounce names correctly. Like, we've got a running list. Like, honestly. Like, we've got the 2 fastest talkers on YouTube, and also apparently neither of us can pronounce names, so this is going to go well. But it's penciled by... I can't even say penciled now, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's penciled by Andrea DeVito, no relation to Danny, and Paul Grice is also doing the art as well. And the cover's by R.B. Silver, no relation to Anderson.
That's why you thought it might be Betsy Braddock, because R.B. Silva did a lot of work for the Dawn of X era. So that's why you thought it. Now, I say in Espanol es maestro, but of course we're talking about the musical terminology of maestro. Maestro, how do you pronounce it?
I'm a maestro guy as well, and I've been looking forward to this series. Like, I saw it coming out in single issues, and I was tempted, but single issues are too much commitment at the minute for me, so I was waiting for this one.
So this is the second follow-up. Now, the first one was a prelude, right? The Key and Gamma. This is War and Pax, and this is a follow-up to Hulk Future Imperfect, is what I think. And it's got the same team, Germán Peralta and Javier Piña, as well as Peter David writing it. I love this stuff. Maybe if we get like all these like Peter David Hulk omnis after Volume 3, this stuff will be like the bookend like along with like Hulk the End, which is one of the best, if not, it's up there. It's probably top 5 favorite Hulk stories for me. I love it. Yeah, see, I knew somebody was going to ask. Will the Maestro series be collected in Pat? I mean, if I was mapping it, this would be right after, like, although Future Imperfect is being collected in Volume 3, if I'm not mistaken. So this would be over there in the tail end with the end and all the little miniseries he's been working on. If it was me. Modok Head Games trade paperback. This is the Modok Head Game. This is the second collection of Modok stories.
Oh, it's by Patton Oswalt as well.
Yeah, and who's doing the voice of Modok?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now there's an idea, Freddie. Freddie saying Future Imperfect Gallery Edition with all the minis. Let's go. That's a good idea, man. I like that. Omar, is it true that the next event in Marvel is when Alf becomes Herald of... Like, why did I even read that? I read the first part because you had me at Omar in all caps. Damn it. Future Imperfect is in Volume 3 of Hulk David Omnibus. Thank you. I thought it was. I've not read this, but I like Patton Oswalt, and he's one of the co-writers on this. So I'm in. But Modok is such a weird character. All right, US Agent, yes. Oh, by Christopher Priest. This is the new series. Then I love this dude. Oh, and Georges Genti. He's the guy that did, or I assume that's how you pronounce his name. Worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He did issues of Wonder Woman and Exiles and Weapon X for Marvel. It's really good. Hey man, I announced the Reign of X trade paperback series, so it'll be an anthology much like Dawn of X. I'll go back through everything for everybody that missed out. All right, we got over 580 people watching.
Wow.
Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody. Everybody go and check out Maddogg's channel, please. He's the...
Thank you.
I'm the UK version of Maddogg. I'm the US version of Maddogg. There we go.
I can't grow a beard, though. That's... it all falls apart. I've tried for 6 months now. Like, this is my lockdown beard.
I can't either. This is all a Sharpie, a black Sharpie. I'll just draw it in. Or it's one of those filters these kids are using these days. Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Man, I'm rereading that first omnibus, and holy crap, I forgot how good her character is. This continues the new series by Alyssa Wong, and this is volume 2, collecting issues 6 through 10 of that series. No, not the dislike button, bold. The like button. There's still another X-Men OHC. Yes, I haven't announced it yet, Rebel, but you've had a bad day. So, yes, there is another X-Men from the Dawn of X era OHC coming. That's a big hint. Another X-Men OHC. That was my big wink. That's all I got. Captain America. Okay, so we're getting reprints of Dawn's Early Light. So many people are excited about these. Now we're going to start seeing the reprint era of the epics, because I know a lot of people were like, where's the new stuff? There's some new stuff in here. And Curtis and I will be going all over the new stuff on Monday on a live show. I think we're going to try to shoot for 11 or 12 around this time. And let's keep going. Doctor Strange, Volume 1. Remember, the very first printing is out of print, and also was one of the Quad Pro books. In the Quad Pro books, there was a series of like 6 of them. They were, how do I put it, really crappy. They were a really crappy printer, and like the cover started folding on you because of the way that the books were printed out. Like it didn't even line up, so the spines were all warped. They just were not good. Their quality control sucked, and Marvel immediately pulled the plug on using them after they saw a few books coming out. But Doctor Strange was one of them, and so now it's being reprinted by a proper printer. Oh, we had a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Breakfast of Champions. What up, Omar and Maddogg? I love both channels. I just purchased Grant Morrison's new X-Men for cover price. Good buy, or should I cry? You paid cover price? Great buy.
Yeah, that's a decent deal.
And it's Grant Morrison. You can't go wrong with Morrison. Another super chat. Congratulations, Maddogg, on the collaboration.
Thank you.
You should be
He's just started his own channel as well. Really decent dude. He's another UK channel. The UK's coming up all of a sudden. Like,
you guys are going to try to take our jobs, man.
we're gonna start up Marvel UK again and just like make our own omnibuses and stuff like that. And
oh my God! If you bring Death's Head and what's his name, Liam Sharp, one of my favorite artists. You're in. Oh, and all the Judge Dredd guys.
Yeah.
But everybody go and check out Jack Talks Comics as well. So yeah, check out our UK brothers and sisters with their channels over there.
Oh, real quick, Comic Bound. He's having to go, but he is my boy. My channel wouldn't exist without him. So
Okay.
I just wanted, say bye before he left. So thanks for tuning in, mate. He's such a good dude. Like,
Okay.
so woof woof.
I love that. That's your catchphrase.
I know it was an accident. Like, I didn't intend for it to catch on. Like,
You're gonna have to tell me that story. Another epic collection that is getting a new printing. This is one of my favorite covers of all time from one of my favorite storylines of all time. This is collected in the X-Men Omnibus by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee, Volume 2, and this is Volume 19, Mutant Genesis. So collecting Uncanny 278 to 280. And X-Men annual number 15, X Factor 65 through 70, which has the greatest saga ever in there. So this is the Muir Island saga as well as the Endgame saga, X-Men adjective list 1 through 3, and New Mutants annual 7 and X Factor annual number 6, which I think is that the Kings of Pain storyline, I want to say. All right, here we go with a new epic collection for New Mutants finally coming out in July. Volume 5, Sudden Death. Collecting the Louise Simonson run, Chris Claremont's last story arcs in here, and oh god, one of the best stories of one of my favorite stories is here, issue 64. I can't give away the title, but it's one of the best X-Men stories ever. Collecting New Mutants 55 through 70 and annual number 4. Now, are you a fan of this stuff, man, or are you just like reading it for the first time?
yeah, I picked up the New Mutants Omnibus because I want to get into it all. I've only ever read stuff like God Loves Man Kills, Days of Future Past, Phoenix Saga, like your textbook X-Men stuff. Like my first X-Men was, like I said, stuff like Astonishing and Ultimate, which for you, I imagine are polar opposites in terms of quality. But for me, like them two are the reason why, like my favorite X-Man is Colossus 100%, but I seem to be completely in the minority when it comes to that, but that's just who I want to be when I was younger.
It's weird because when you think you're in a minority of something, it surprises you how many people are like. I remember when I did my list a couple of years ago, my most wanted Omnis, one of them was Nth Man, and there were at least, like, granted there were only 5 people, but I don't care. They were like, yeah, hell yeah, Nth Man! Of course, there's no way Marvel publishes that based on like what 5 guys on YouTube are saying, but still, it just felt nice to be like not alone.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, man. Omar, what are the again? God bless of an Atlantis attacks Omnibus. You know what? You super chatted me, so I had to read it. That's okay. Omar, how long will we have to wait on an Indiana Jones omnibus, a classic Invaders omnibus? The Indiana Jones stuff is trickier because I don't know much. Like a lot of it's a licensed properties are always strange, and I can't, like, I don't know. I don't even know if Marvel knows. Sometimes these things are just like handed to them, like, hey, this is coming back. As far as classic Invaders, I know there was talks of that at one point, but I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that, or wait on the channel for here. Oh my gosh, here's something, Connor. Any chance we'll get an Inhumans omnibus? I mean, Marvel for a long time tried to make Inhumans happen. If I tell you what, if they bring that TV show was atrocious though. If they bring it back in the movie format some way, there's always a strong chance for an Inhumans omnibus. But then do you collect it like with the classic Inhumans with their early appearances in Fantastic Four, or what do you do? So yes, oh, so many good epics, man. Wolverine Epic Collection Volume 3, Blood and Claws, this is the cover right here to Blood and Claws, one of them, with Lady Deathstrike. This is my favorite era of Wolverine. My favorite single issue with Wolverine is in here, and that's issue 34. I love that issue. This is Larry Hama, Mark Silvestri. Peter David has a fill-in issue. Alan Davis draws the Wolverine. What is it? Bloodlust. So it collects Wolverine 31 through 44. Wolverine Bloodlust and Wolverine Bloody Choices. Man, that's
a great cover. That is, like, both the front and the back, they are like framed covers, aren't they? Like, if you could, they are so nice.
I think if Marvel, this will be the beginning of what the next omnibus will look like. We do a Map My X segment on the channel. We mapped out Wolverine Omnibus 3, and all of this was collected in there, along with the Charleston Chew. Stop trying to make humans happen. I think that was a hashtag movement for a long time.
Oh, SCC.
Thank you for the
Such a
super
great-
chat, man.
guy.
Oh, will Marvel be making a Beavis and Butthead omnibus, seeing that it's making a comeback? Is it? Is it really? I didn't know. Oh, what's up, Blue Sonic? Omar, Immortal Iron Fist omnibus. Dude, if that TV show had been worth anything, I'm sure we would have had classic Iron Fist omnibus and Iron Fist omnibus split. Sadly, just it wasn't that good either.
I didn't even know there was a season 3 until the other day. Working on my comic channel, and I just forgot that there was going to be a season. Like, no, there wasn't actually. Sorry, I mean Jessica Jones. I forgot there was a season 3 of that. But they announced details that they were planning to do a season 3 of Iron Fist, and they were like, "Yeah, he was going to get his costume finally." And I'm like, "So it took you 3 seasons to give one guy a costume? Like, no wonder you didn't get that season 3." Like, that's how I felt about it.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even finish season 1. I watched I fell asleep through a certain episode, and it was the episode like when they were fighting, and I'm like, okay, if I'm falling asleep through like action sequences, something is really wrong with either my health or the show. And I like to think it's the show and not so. Carlos de Pomar, thank you so much for the super chat, hermanos. Glad to see my boys collabing. Euro nerds. Getting a lot of Euro love, man.
He's a great guy. I see him a lot in the Facebook group, so thank you for like the support.
We need a Black Panther omnibus. I guarantee a Black Panther. Really close. Man, we're really close to 600 people. No, there are. We got over 600 people. I think this is the most people I've had. It's you, man. You brought in the crowd.
And I'm just freezing over here. I'm just like, I'm Anthony Joshua vs. Andrew Ruiz 1 over here. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm starstruck.
Please don't be. We need a Black Panther omnibus. I guarantee when a Black Panther movie 2 comes out, and this is an Omar guarantee, and I'm sure if David watches this later, he's going to be like, well, I'm going to mess that up. We're going to get 2. There's no way we don't get, like, and I always say it, I think it's going to be the Reggie Hudlin run and the classic McGregor stuff. Christopher Priest is my favorite run on Black Panther, but I think that's a little harder to get into for new readers.
Yeah.
You must have a Scarlet Witch omnibus. I want more of Wanda. Dude, I wanted James Robinson's run collected in oversized hardcover. Honestly, they can put all that kind of like what they did with Black Widow. That would be a nice omnibus. You throw that in there with a House of M omnibus release.
Yeah.
I'm saying, man, when that physical Blu-ray comes out of WandaVision season 1, again, no spoilers, anybody, please. I don't boot anybody, but I will make that one exception. Omar, any word on Marvel distribution in UK or Europe getting fixed? It's getting better. 100% fix. I don't know. I mean, we can't even fix things here. Like, there wasn't enough pre-orders for X of Swords. So X of Swords hardcover immediately sold out here. I know a lot of you know that. So if you're looking for one and if you find it, my advice is please do yourself a favor and buy it now if you're at all interested in that storyline.
What I'd recommend, though, just real quick for people in Europe that may be struggling to find a specific book, what I've started doing, because Amazon's probably one of our best resources to know if something's come across here. But I download a Chrome extension called Keeper, Keepa, and you can set price alerts on when a book's come in, whether it be a third-party new, third-party used, or from Amazon directly. I set the price to cover price, and then as soon as I get that alert, I check and see if like maybe another website's got it, even if Amazon doesn't. So that's really helped me find a lot of books across here, especially during last year when we were getting nothing. Like I didn't get Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1 until about September. It came out in April. So that's something that's worked for me.
To be fair, though, that April release of Wolverine was so small, hardly anybody got it. And it also is the now infamous Flat Spine. So the other ones that came out later. By the way, a big, huge shout out and much love to Rich Kraft. He just texted me calling me a slacker. There was a direct market variant. I forgot. It's the Brian Lee O'Malley variant to Young Avengers. You're right. The first printing did have a Brian Lee O'Malley variant. He's like, I told you in the chat, but you didn't see it. Thanks for calling me out. Like, he went out of his way to say, actually. Like, he went a step above of going, actually, Omar, you're an idiot. Like, he had to text me. Nice, Rich. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, seriously, thank you. I forgot about that. Do you have a Facebook group, Omar? No, we just have a Facebook page. I didn't want to make a group. Too many differences of opinion. I don't want people getting booted out. So, like, whenever you create a group, I never wanted to do that because it's really difficult to put admins and moderators on there, because most of the time people tend to believe the same thing, and then people with a difference of opinion end up getting kicked out, and I don't want to do that, man. So we do have a Facebook page, and we have a Patreon where people are like, it's a community in there. If you want to check that out, that's in the description below, the link to that. We need an Alpha Omnibus still, though. Now, I know I said I wouldn't do any more Alpha Omnibus, but Tommy's my boy. Tommy and I have talked, so I had to pick that, even though he's making it ridiculous. Okay. The Black Panther Epic Volume 3 out next week. Yes, it is. Yes. And Freddie, I'm with you. I think the new Young Avengers Omnibus cover, the new DM cover, is better. Brian Lee O'Malley's cover looks like Scott Pilgrim, like artwork. So never really matched the book, but he was hot at the time, I assume. Will X of Swords get a reprint? Probably not for a while. So that's a question that I get a lot. Like, hey, this sold out quick. Will he get a reprint? How do I best describe it? As a publisher, your job is make book, sell book. Book sells out, cool. By the time step number 2 is sell book, you're already thinking 3 steps ahead, 4 months ahead, filling in the next catalog. You don't even worry about the stock of the book, because you did your job. Your job was to meet demand. The demand for pre-orders is this much. It's sold. You don't know if it sells out until some guy on YouTube's like, hey, David, did you know this sold out? And he's like, no, what? And we look. So that's literally it. So it might take a while. I mean, look at Absolute Carnage, right? I told David back in December it went out quick. We're getting it back in stock in July. So sometimes it takes a long time, and sometimes they have to choose which ones to pick. For those interested, like War of the Kings reprint, no, War of the Kings is not one of the reprints next week, by the way. Sorry, I'm sorry, Aaron. But if you want that, we will be making a poll. I'll be making an announcement on here, and with a link to where you can vote for the most wanted reprint. So, yeah, like my buddy Legion Quest, they're still having problems getting the original Excalibur over there in the UK.
Which is ironic, isn't it? Like, there's one place that you'd expect to get Excalibur.
You're right, man. Okay, Captain America. We'll go back to that topic, though, here in a second. Captain America Epic Collection, The Captain. This is Volume 14, collecting Captain America 333 to 350, Iron Man 228. This was previously collected as a trade paperback, just called Captain America the Captain. And for years, we joked about it being called the Pre-Epic Epic, because it was right around the time when they were starting to announce epics. So it's a big fat trade, and now it's being replaced officially with the Epic line. I'll have to double check to see if it's got the same content. Silk Out of the Spider-Verse Volume 2. I don't know why this isn't called a complete collection, but that's what it is. I mean, the price range and the page size and all that. This is literally the second complete collection of Silk. Batman Metal Omnibus happening? I don't know, man. According to Scott Snyder 3 years ago, we were supposed to get a DC Metal, right? And still waiting.
He said the other day as well that apparently the Volume 2 is in the works, and I'm like, I don't trust you until it's solicited.
I don't know I really don't know how much control or how much input the creators have at DC when these collected editions. But most of the time when I'm announcing things and I tag a creator, like the creator's immediately like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that, man. Thanks. Or somebody's kind enough to share my video with the creator. They're like, that's cool, man. Thanks. Like, I've never had a creator going, yeah, man, I knew that was coming like 3 years ago.
Like Charles Soule, I saw him put it on his Twitter that he didn't know about the Darth Vader reprint, and I was like, shouldn't you be the first person to know?
Well, I told him, I was like, hey, man, that's 4 books now I've announced with your name on it. You owe me an interview. Roomwall Captain America will never say never. I want that book too.
Yeah, the omnibus, that'd be cool.
Fantastic Four, Heroes Return, Complete Collection Volume 3, continuing this, and hopefully we'll get an omnibus out of this stuff one day, because we've had an omnibus of Thor, Avengers, and Captain America during this era. This is another one. Oh, and Iron Man, too, the Kurt Busiek, Sean Chin run. But this is another one that we need in that format. It would be great. One book that I wish did get some kind of oversized treatment, and that is Al Ewing. This is the Ultimates. Now, I'm with you. But this is the era of the Ultimates, like Secret
People
Wars.
forget.
Yeah, and it's so good. And it's got artwork by Kenneth Rocafort. Solid art. And Christian Ward. But, this has Thanos. This has a lot of 616 stuff in here, and it's Al Ewing. So I hope Al Ewing's name keeps blowing up at Marvel, and they're like, hey, we should give this Al Ewing guy collection, this Ultimates collection, an oversized hardcover too. And then we're getting into the small, like kid-size stuff. Not kid-size, that's the meaning. The graphic novel line, the smaller scale books is what I mean.
Yeah.
So Marvelverse She-Hulk, collecting Savage She-Hulk 1, her first appearance, Sensational She-Hulk 4, She-Hulk 3 from the 2005 series, Avenging Spider-Man 7, and material from Soule Avengers. And then, of course, wrapping it up with the mighty Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four Volume 1, World's Greatest Heroes. Michael Chokeover is the standard edition. These are the small scale books geared towards kids, but it's the collection of the Fantastic Four, like the original series. This is really cool. Coming out, to give to the next generation of kids that you want to push to read comics. And, and one thing I remember seeing some comments like, why would a kid read this Silver Age stuff? I think a lot of people forgot that this stuff was originally written for kids, like to sell to kids. So I think Stan Lee knew what he was doing. I don't see a problem with kids reading Silver Age stuff. I think I see more of a problem with adults reading Silver Age stuff that are like, I don't know about this junk. Richard Stevens Jones, love that, all three first names. Is Marvel going to do any more box sets? Yes, 100% yes. As a matter of fact, one was supposed to be in here, but they got way too many books and they're saving it for another time, probably early 2022. So, but it is coming. Will there be a restock of Uncanny 3? I've shared a list with David. I'm going to go back, by the way, for the people that missed this. I've shared a list with David with the books that went out of print severely quick. Granted, I don't think I have to tell anybody that the X books are always there on top of the list that go like freaking snap of a finger, man. X of Swords restock. Same thing, man. I told him about it. He didn't even know it went out of print. Now I didn't know until somebody messaged me, and I'm like, no, dude, it just came out. So what happened with that? That's a very that's a unique story because the biggest places that do the pre-ordering for books just kind of, I don't know, they slept on it. They didn't order enough. So then that's kind of how you throw in the algorithm, right? When you're a publisher, to know how, like, if your biggest places aren't ordering that many copies, and some of it was, complete accident, then you're not going to print that much on top of. So the print run on that was low. So that's what's happened. What's funny is that book was actually printed like 3 miles from my house. I don't know how many kilometers is that, dude. Like,
no, we have miles over here.
Oh, you have miles now. Oh, congratulations.
We're in the 21st century now.
And comics are for everyone. You're right. Never such thing as a dumb question, Sandra. Never. Omar, maybe dumb question, but don't say that. What is the difference between an epic and a complete collection? Epic, the cover. I'm serious. Like, there is a specific date that Marvel has in mind when an epic collection ends. So an epic collection was started in the Silver Age because we haven't had any Golden Age stuff. And please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And ends usually right around the time of Onslaught's in 1996. However, we've had other books that have gone post 1996. As a matter of fact, we've had Venom from like 1990. When was that? 94. And we're going to go past the 96 mark. Complete collections are usually books like post Onslaught. So think of it like that, a specific time, a specific year. The best example I can think of is Captain America, Man Without Country is the final Captain America epic collection. And then you get Heroes Reborn complete collection and Heroes Return complete collection. Here's a good question for you, man. And then I'll go back and start looking at this. Oh, wait. Before that, 3 miles is 4.8 kilometers. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I'm from the UK myself. Where do you purchase your omnis and books from? On the whole, it's normally books, etc., but they don't have a pre-order option, so you really have to be on the ball. Like, I got a lot of my X-Men omnibuses off there, and about 2 hours after they went up, they were gone. I do pre-order with Amazon sometimes, but if you want sort of pre-orders that are going to be fulfilled, because Amazon is so hit and miss. Forbidden Planet's decent if you pre-order before the cutoff, but they might leave something up past that and then not be able to fulfill it. I know a lot of people had an issue with I've got it on my shelf there, but the Captain America direct market variant, a lot of people pre-ordered it like a month before it came out, and they just didn't get the order. But Reed Comics, REED, because the family's called the Reeds, kind of like Reed Richards, but they also now have a sale option so that if it's before the cutoff, you can get a discount on it on top, and you're guaranteed to get it. But they never tend. I don't think I've heard of any issues, but somebody might have had one or two where they've ever sold a book without it being in stock or being able to fulfill that. So Reed Comics is probably your best, but your cheapest is probably Books, etc. But they might not have it, so it's a bit of a push-pull kind of game.
There you go. But Zolt's saying that if you would like, for example, Omnis with the DM cover, the best place is Forbidden Planet. Yeah, you guys have more experience than I do about with that stuff. I mean, even here in America, it's always a battle to try to find these books at direct market, because the direct market goes for so quick.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I just got an order from Blackwell's in UK. Thanks for making me want Judge Dredd, and specifically the UK covers. They're awesome, right?
Yeah, the case files.
I'm a freaking Dreadhead now, sort of, I guess. All right, let's go really quickly, do a recap. Anybody wants me to slow down and go over something in specific, please let me know. Cole the Conqueror. This is collecting the original Marvel years. I believe this is it. There won't be anything after this. Please correct me if I'm wrong. My wife does it all the time. Marvel Team Up 111 through 112, Cole the Conqueror 82 series, the 2-issue miniseries, the ongoing series, all 10 issues of that, and then the Veils of Shadows, 632 pages, $125. Hold on really quick. I have a super chat here. Omar, do you think it's worth buying ASM Stern Omni or waiting for the potential 6th and 7th ASM Omni? I think the way that Marvel has these, and this is just me, I could be completely wrong, but I haven't been proved wrong yet. The way that Marvel has mapped these out is going to be your 7th omnibus. That will be the Spider-Man 7th omnibus. After that, it'll be just whatever. There won't be a volume 8, 9. Same thing with Mutant Massacre for those people that have been asking me. That's going to be your Uncanny X-Men omnibus. I think 7. I think there's 2 more in between 4 and Mutant Massacre. But again, just Uncanny Omar's thoughts. I don't speak for Marvel. This is another Cole series, Brian. This is the final Cole series. This is the one in color. There was the original series that predates this. Then there was the black and white magazine series, and then this. I know it gets confusing with all the Robert E. Howard property. Star Wars Legends, Rise of the Sith, that freaking badass Darth Maul cover. Speaking of books that are going to be sold out quick, that cover, I don't think it's going to last 30 minutes, man.
No.
Like, that's crazy. Darth Vader, the Charles Soule Omnibus coming out, and this one's collecting issues 1 through 25, and this takes place after the Kieran Gillen series. Hold on one second. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Hey, bros, did I miss the X-Men info? I just got in. Reign of X, brother. Reign of X it's been a while since I've seen you, Cyclops better than Wolverine. That's not true, though. I hate reading your name, but I love you. Just the Reign of X trade paperback that's coming out. That's a big one. Like, it's going to be the first one's going to be an anthology series. Andrew, as far as prices, there's very little I can say. I can bring it to their attention, but in the end, it's up to them. I want to say, because it's Robert E. Howard, I call it the Conan price. That's what those books are going for. Like, that 125 seems to be the standard price for that stuff. As far as Marvel Masterworks, we're getting 2 this month of October. Ghost Rider, it's a very Halloween-ish centric. Ghost Rider Volume 3, collecting issues 21 through 35, and Marvel Premiere 28. And Tomb of Dracula, Volume 1, for the first time, is issues 111, and then Dracula Lives 1 and 2. Not an omnibus reprint, but that's okay. And Young Avengers, thanks again to my boy Rich for correcting me on this. But it has a new variant cover. That's not Brian Lee O'Malley, though, is it?
No, I was thinking that when you said it, when I saw it the first time.
Okay, so the
Brian Lee O'Malley is very distinctive.
I was right. It is Jimmy Chung. Damn, I'm good. Look at that. That's not even the... Thought it was Jimmy Chung. Okay, so the new direct market variant is going to be Jimmy Chung. The original direct market variant was the O'Malley one. That's the one I have. Ooh. Now, I have a better chance with this. Omar, he hit David to add Young Avengers, the 2005 series, the Present series, and the Children's Crusade to make that a Trump. Okay, wait. No, never mind. I thought you were asking for like a 5-issue miniseries. Maybe the Present series? No, you know why, though? I think that would be better in a Alan Heinberg's because this is literally like this is Kid Loki is what I want to say. Like this is more of a Kid Loki story. So, but this is the way that it came out originally. It was an omnibus, and I always thought, wait, that's the same size that the other Young Avengers by Alan Heinberg was, an oversized hardcover. Caradoso, I have no say in what Marvel decides to call them, so that literally is up to them, man. Dean, really quick. Dean, Omar, could you please tell David or someone at Diamond about the problem of them not filling back orders given overseas comic book shops? I couldn't get Wolverine on. Is it not available like through Amazon overseas?
Wolverine, you could get it, but we've got this weird thing now where if Amazon US has it, you can order it and they'll send it from Amazon US, but we over even Europe don't technically have it because all the Amazons in Europe are pretty much connected. Like if you go on Amazon Spain, it'll say the same number of stock as there is in Amazon UK and, you know, all like that because that's the way it kind of works over here. But we haven't physically got it. I think Read Comics had the direct market variant, but I think it was about £80, so it's a bit steeper than it usually is. But that's the only place I've seen it recently when I was doing Whale Watch, so that's the only place I can recommend.
Sorry, just got here. What are those new trades collecting the early FF and X-Men aimed at kids with the white cover? So called the Mighty Marvel Masterworks line, Slimy. Okay, King in Black trade paperback. Officially King in Black. Nothing about an omnibus yet. King in Black Venom, Namor. King in Black Avengers, King in Black Planet. That's all King in Black trades, man. King in Black Thunderbolts. Gwen versus Carnage. Gwenum versus Carnage, also a King in Black tie-in. We'll be announcing the new epics on Monday, by the way. Tune in for that. My boy Black Panther getting another volume of the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, which is an awesome story. Wolverine Black, White, and Blood Treasury Edition. This is the one that Cyclops is not better than Wolverine was asking about. Reign of X, Volume 1, collecting the events after X of Swords. So here you go. DBC All-Star, I got you, my dude. I'm heading there. This is the Union and Maestro, Warren Pax, Modok Head Games, US Agent, American Sell It. And if you do miss something, you can always go back to the video after it's posted and rewind something that you want to catch and take a screen capture of. Star Wars Dr. Aphra Volume 2, new printings of Dawn's Early Light Captain America, Master of the Mystic Arts, Doctor Strange, and yes, Mutant Genesis. This was a big one. This is the third printing of this book. New Mutants Epic Collection Volume 5, Sudden Death, collecting issues 55 through 70 in Annual 4, and Wolverine Epic Collection Blood and Claws. This is Volume 3, Captain America. There's lots of these, man. I have not been a fan of the King in Black Times. Thanks for the super chat. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. I haven't read any of it yet. I've read King in Black 1, and that's it. Silk. Okay, my boy DBC All-Star was asking, but here is the Silk content out of the Spider-Verse. This is a complete collection. I know it's not called that, but it is. Amazon Spider-Man Silk, the Spider Fly Effect miniseries, Spider-Women Alpha, Spider-Gwen 7 through 8, Silk, the B-side story of 7 and 8, Spider-Woman 6 through 7, and Spider-Women Omega. Fantastic Four Heroes Return, the complete collection, collecting Fantastic Four, the 1998 series. So when it was renumbered, 33 through 45, Age of Sinbad #1, and Inhumans 1 through 4. John Francis Moore, Carlos Pacheco actually writes one of these with Jeff Loeb on scribe, Chris Claremont, Salvador La Roca's artwork. This is probably my favorite era of La Roca artwork, and Carlos Pacheco artwork. Stuart Eminem, Joe Bennett, Ultimates. The by Al Ewing complete collection, and then Marvelverse She-Hulk and the Mighty Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four.
I really like that new cover for that one. Like,
yeah,
not the DM.
Michael Cho is awesome, dude. And that's it. Anybody have questions? Please leave them here. So hopefully, there's something in there for everybody. One or two things. Not
some good Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, when I made that announcement, I was like, "Oh, Star Wars fans are gonna be really happy," because for a long time, that the Legends line, people have been asking me about that for months. As soon as I made the Old Republic announcement, they were like, "Well, there's the floodgates have been open. We're gonna get a bunch of Star Wars Legends," and I mean, I guess it sold well enough to warrant another one. Hopefully, we'll get some more stuff, Clone Wars, all that. That would be awesome. Omar, do you think we'll ever see Marvel will release Annihilation Conquest complete collections like they did for Annihilation? I don't know. Complete collections are kind of iffy. Like, they hardly ever reprint them, and now they're going to with like Loki, Agent of Asgard. So, but I did send a list of out of print books, so I don't know. They do still come out, so there's always a chance.
Those complete collections are great, though. I really like them. I think, especially if you're trying to build your collection, because that's what I try to aim my channel at, like people who maybe are starting out now. The complete collections, I think they were just called Ultimate Collections when I was really getting into them. They were like godsends, like Fantastic Four by Mark Waid, and a lot of the Spider-Man stuff. They were really helpful.
So they discontinued the Ultimate line, but it's literally, the complete collection.
Yeah.
Big chance of there being a Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four Omnibus reprints. Those were voted in our top 10 last year. But like I said, I mean, we've had 7 out of the 10 books reprinted, and then an extra with Inferno. That was fun. That was a fun conversation. We made it happen, man. I can't wait to do an advanced overview of that. But yes, there's always a chance. This is what I tell people: always a chance, man. Don't give up. No more Marvel horror omnis. Though I don't. I thought there would be enough, like with Frankenstein, enough for another one. So maybe need Tom Taylor Star Wars. I like to see I like for people to get a reprint of that Darth Vader Kieran Gillen, because I know a lot of people want it, and it's a solid read, and it leads into this Charles Soule. Granted, it's different eras, right? It's after A New Hope, it's after Empire, it's different times, but it would just be nice to have them, and maybe Marvel could see the potential for bringing these out again. All right. I will now subscribe to Maddogg's channel. Seems like a nice chap. He is a nice chap. He's a nice guy. Omar, did the X Factor Epic Collection get a release date push? Wow, you're right. Isn't that what did they call that one? Death of an Angel or something like that? Let me double check. I'm going to check 2 places. Because it's not in March. I don't think it's in March.
What are you thinking about the whole...
April.
I wanted to ask you about this. But do you know, like, obviously the Aliens Predator being part of Marvel, if that was to somehow come into the comics at all beyond just variant covers, because I did a video that was like top 10 crossovers that I'd want to see, and it's like Punisher versus Predator and just dumb shit like that. What would be
That's not dumb. That's one of my top. Yeah, Punisher freaking Predator all day, every day. That's number 1. Followed by X-Men, Aliens, Brood. You put the Brood in there with the aliens, same kind of character. Oh man, running amok, and then you have this weird alien brood, mutant brood, like amalgam creature. Thank you, Martian. Hi. Hi, Omar. Blink twice to confirm you're referring to X-Men by Hickman Volume 1 as the next OHC. That was for Rebel, man. You weren't supposed to catch mine. Did you say blink twice? That was a hit for Rebel. She's had a bad day. Yes, X-Men. There is going to be another Dawn of X-Men title. There. That's all I can say. And I'll be announcing that soon. Omar, would you consider doing a Most Wanted Complete Collection reprints? Sure. Yeah, man. I always consider things all the time. But thank you. That's a good suggestion. And yeah, man, you should totally do like what you want, like your Most Wanted Marvel Omnis. I think that's cool. I like to see other people's list. I get in real dumb, nerdy detail with mine. I would collect this, and then I do all the work. I'm like, look, this is exactly what I would map out. That's why this makes me so happy. Like the way this is mapped, it's exactly my Volume 1 mapping. I'm like, yep, that's good. That's a good choice.
The thing is, I don't know if you're similar to me, like behind the scenes, but I get annoyed sometimes when I talk about stuff, thinking about it before I film it. So I'm like, I think I did a top 20 most wanted Marvel like at the beginning of my channel when I still try and grow this beard, and I I think I kept getting annoyed at myself because I knew number 1 was going to be Iron Man by Matt Fraction, but then I was doing like the other 20 before it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just pissed off that I don't have that yet. I got more annoyed as the video got on because the things that I wanted, I hadn't welded them into existence. So that's how I get sometimes. I just get annoyed, like at my own lists.
I think it's a lot of fun to make them. And then, I mean, you know, my contact at Marvel is different, obviously, than my contact at DC. But even looking back at my video, my most wanted DC, like top 10, top 20, whatever it was, there's like 5 that have been made. And I'm like, yeah, Green Arrow. All right, Omar. Of course, we don't have a volume 2 of like any of them, but whatever. It's a start.
If you had to weigh in, though, do you reckon if and when the Remender Venom time comes, do you reckon it's going to be a Venom by Rick Remender Omnibus? Or a Venom Omnibus Volume 4? Which do you reckon it's going to end up being?
It might be, because they would have to put Venom Omnibus with, I mean, Cullen Bunn's run, right? Like in there too. And I don't think it's enough. I mean, it might be. It's Venom. It sells, no matter how big it's going to be. But I don't know if it's enough to warrant a big omnibus. Hey, Omar. Hey, Maddogg. What's up, Glenn? How you doing, bud? Omar, any more big $500 Marvel box sets in the horizon? Yes. Not this year, probably early next year. So, yeah, but it is coming. I've known what it is for like months, and every time he pushes it back, I'm like, okay. Oh, look at that! Oh, yep, he's here. I didn't miss it.
Beautiful shelves.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could hire somebody like him to come to my house and space out things evenly. Like, he's very feng shui with his layout. I think it's nice. Me, I'm just the way that things are laid out here. It's kind of like the way my brain is. Like, it really shows how I am. Looking forward to getting the new Warriors Omni. Never had a bad recommendation from you yet, Omar. Yet. That's good. Yet. Did you read The Crossing? Now in The Crossing Omnibus, I did say I realize this is trash for a lot of people, but I love it. So let's see. Any Old Man Logan Omni? No, not yet. Not yet. White shelves are underrated. Make things so nice and clean.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I have immediate regret with anything that I do when it comes to like anything in my apartment. Like, I wanted these galaxies for ages because I was a Billy guy before that, like yourself back there. I was like, no, I'm going to upgrade to galaxies. I got all galaxies. I'm like, I miss the Billy. Like, I'm an immediate regret kind of guy.
I miss the Billies. I still have my Billies, and then I have my Kalax on my Omnis on the Kalax. That's right, Mutant Menace. Thank you so much. New Warriors Omni. Yes, life is beautiful. Do you think the other Dawn of X series will get OHCs? Like, I want an X-Force. I hope so. But then I think about, like, what about... So the problem with collecting that era in OHCs is what happens to books like Fallen Angels. Like, not that it was phenomenal or great or good even, but as a completist, I would like it to be in the same format that everything is in, but it only lasted 6 issues. Or for that matter, what's the book that's coming to an end that I was so heartbroken about? I think Aliens is coming to an end. I read that it's coming to an end, and it doesn't last 12 issues. Like, what do you do with those, or the miniseries for that matter, like the X-Men Fantastic Four miniseries, Empire miniseries? And I know that will be in the Empire Omnibus, but not every X-Men collector gets every event. So that's my question. Is like, if they're going to go that route, how do you collect the 6-issue series? How do you collect the giant size X-Men series? How do you collect all the little mini series that came out? Dean, hey, dear Omar, I like that. I know it's not a dumb question, man. But do you think they will reprint Volume 1 when they release Volume 3? I say if it's out of print. Oh God, you just had me thinking about the beautiful Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3. What would be in there? If it's out of print, I will make sure they know. Just like I let Marvel. I strongly hinted at Infinity Gauntlet when they did an Infinity Crusade. I'm like, it would be a really good time. It's out of print, and now Infinity War is out of print. So I'm thinking if Volume 1 and Volume 2 are out of print, they'll probably do 1 or 2. That's the way they usually do things.
Joachim said, Marcus put in a good word for me now. He's such a great dude. Like, I know he's a massive fan of the channel, and we're trying to start our own podcast called Comics and Crying, because they're the two things that we've got in common, apparently.
Just say
comics and crying. Yeah, comics and crying. Talk about like how about that Why the Last Man? Oh god, he's starting again.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. My wife just reread that.
I'm planning to because I want to read it again before the TV show. I think.
This Trigonosis is my buddy. So yeah, big shout out to Joaquin. He was talking about how he's going to make a video on how to arrange your shelves. And thank you. It is not Hellions, by the way. It is Cable that's ending. Thank you. Which is also a fun series. I like that series. I wasn't ending. All right. So this is a good question. Should I be concerned that my DCBS order for X of Swords won't be fulfilled? See, I don't want to drive like FOMO or fear into people because of things like that, but I know it was short order. And here's the question. When does DCBS stop taking orders for books? Is it before the final cutoff date, or do they rely on back orders? Because that's something I don't know. I don't know how their businesses ran. I know that TOW, that's the problem with TOW here, is that they take orders past the final cutoff date, which is always a ridiculous idea, because if you do that, you're not guaranteed a book. As long as DCBS put their orders in before FOC, you'll get your copy, man. I don't see a problem.
The comments go so quick on this. I'm used to my streams where it's like trickling in. Like there's so many comments coming in. It's mint.
Oh. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. My wife's here. Like she does an awesome job. Like Comics and Crying coming up. DCBS canceled my Criminal Volume 2 order. Dang, I'm sorry. Okay, so Omnibuddy saying yes, DCBS has cut off at FOC, so that's good. If they cut off at FOC, you're good, brother. Unless your book is accidentally shipped somewhere else. I always like to say, I hate saying you're good, man, and then he's like, Omar said I'm good. Actually, I know Trigonosis. He's not gonna be like, yeah, Omar. I'll play it safe and order it somewhere else, just in case. Why the Last Man is one of those books everyone seems to love, but me, I guess the end after a couple of issues just felt so telegraphed and trope filled. I know I'm in the You are. It's also because you have no heart, Legion Quest. It helps to have a human heart, not a beating gizzard. I love you, man. I love you. I know he hates reprints, but I love that guy. Omar, do a review of Seduction of the Innocent. Yeah, I'll throw it into the fire at the very end, right? How ironic would that be? That'll be my review of the book. X of Swords, originally offered at a much lower price, will probably not reordered at new higher prices. That is an excellent point, because when Amazon was making pre-orders for those books, Amazon is notorious for probably the only place, and Walmart, that will honor prices if you fight it. So when it was originally pre-ordered through there, it was at the $50 mark, I want to say. And it had less pages, like 300 less pages. So that might be a big issue. That might be a big issue with that. Any word on a slot omnibus restock? It seems to miss. Did you guys not get it in the UK, that one?
I was quite fortunate that was the one time that my Amazon pre-order came through. And it was undamaged, so I was really lucky on that one.
You are lucky.
I know, like, I looked at it, I was like, someone's trolling me here, but no, it was fine. But I know that a lot of people had an issue with that because of a lot of our Amazons over here were offering it at like 60% off as well, so they struggled to fulfill those orders enough to even have any to put up for regular sale. So it was mad.
Buggy, patiently waiting for Miss Marvel Omnibus Volume 2. It's only been 6 or 7 years. I have a funny story about that. And Buggy is one of my oldest lists. Not old in age, just he's been here for quite a number of years and still comes back. My oldest daughter, Lydia, that was her first omnibus she read. She read it 3 years ago. Loved it, cover to cover. And then she said, Poppy, where's Volume 2? And I said, boy, I'm going to have to teach you the ways of the omnibus. So sit down, grab a tissue box, Kleenex box. You're going to be crying over this. So I had to tell her, that these books don't come out. So I went and got the OHCs. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get her to call David on the phone and say, please print a Volume 2 when the TV show comes out. Then, you can't tell a kid no, right? Like, you got to make the kid happy. A grown man like me, hey, man, can we get like a Volume 2 of like, Miss Marvel? Because we have a TV show coming. He's going to be like, whatever, man. You have a kid, it's different. You're like, well, I don't want that kid crying, so I guess we better make a Volume 2. But in the meantime, you could get the
The OHCs, the 5.
Yeah, you would need what is it? Volumes 3, 4, and 5 is what you need.
Yeah.
Because volumes 1 and 2 are technically that first omnibus. Omar, hermano, do you know the pricing is correct on Young Avengers Omnibus? On the new one?
If you want the old one, it's next to me if you want me to go get it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, what is the price? The price on the new one is $75. That is the price on this one. Have your kids crying for a Nick Spencer? Is that a Spider-Man Nick Spencer OHC? If Omar's videos are the fire, Marcus is the alarm. I love it.
I'm wearing my Superman bottoms as well.
Button.
Here we go. No, the original pricing is $49.99.
Let me see. And that's U.S. money, American money?
Yeah.
Dude, is that still sealed?
Yeah. I read the single issue. No, I read the single issue and just upgraded.
You're such a collector.
No, the thing is though, I keep a lot of mine sealed if I haven't read them like in this format just yet. Because I keep No. I have to do this every day. I snagged one of them. I can't remember which book it was, and I think it was Me Animal Man by Grant Morrison. Like, because it was unsealed, I pulled it out my calyx and I sort of had to wedge it out, and I ripped a bit of the dust jacket, and obviously I can't get a different version of that, so I'm like, that's my cautionary tale.
So we heard it here first. If we don't get Miss Marvel Volume 2, David Gabriel hates kids. That's not what I said. Oh, man. Hey, Omar, do you think Magneto can hold and use a credit? This is an awesome question. Use a credit card? My wife wants to know. Yes, absolutely. Remember, he has control. He has full control over a lot of his abilities. That's why he can let Rogue touch his manly chest during the Savage Land years. What's up, Omar? Oh, I'm sorry. Sup, Omar. When do you think pre-orders for Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus reprint will be up? This month sometime. Is it this? Shoot. No. I'm sorry. Not this month. Sorry. When is that? December? I say probably sometime in April or May. So April or May, those pre-orders will be up.
I'm looking forward to that one. I hope they continue with the rest of it. My trade paperbacks are very well loved for that.
Maddogg, did you get your X-Men Omnibus Volume 4? Mine came from Amazon yesterday.
Yeah, I got mine from Books, etc. And it came a few days ago. Really good price. Got it for about 50% off, I think, new enough. So that's one that I'm really glad that I got in, because I know it was a bit difficult.
Omar, will you guys be picking up the Lock and Key House Compendium out in June? Is a soft cover. And I think so, because a lot of people want me to do an overview of it. And kind of like I did with the Spawn. By the way, the Spawn is one of the prizes we'll be giving away. I have the hardcovers. I don't need it. So for those of you that missed it, it's one of the giveaways. And it's an international giveaway. So I love to spread the joy to everybody across seas in America, wherever you are. Waiting on DCBS. Pre-orders available in March. So you get your books from America, Jark? That's right, because I remember watching your videos and you were talking about the weight that you have sometimes. Omar, can you ask David to make Bagley Spidey Omni for your birthday? But I have to ask him for New Warriors too, man. Can't ask for so many things. He can only say no to so many of my ideas.
Do you try and like secretly sneak a few suggestions in? So rather than directly asking him, have you ever tried any tactical approach?
Subconsciously,
like make the first letter of every sentence New Warriors Volume 2 and see if he picks up on it.
He's like, okay, for some reason I have this crazy idea. Hear me out, everybody.
Well, it's your idea, not mine.
New Warriors 2 and 3 back to back. Unheard of. No, I haven't tried that, but I mean, it's worth a shot, right? Hey, Omar and Matt. I mean, there are things that I strongly suggest because I see that the people, people speak. I don't speak for myself. I speak for the people is what he knows that. There's nothing selfishly I have asked for. Now, if New Warriors Omnibus Volume 1 sells, of course, they'll do a Volume 2. Yeah, that's all up to the people and what they buy. I can't, my most wanted reprints, there's nothing I can do about that because there's 7 of us that want those. And everybody wants Ultimate Spider-Man. You know how happy I was to say that finally? Yeah. Years after people asking for Ultimate Spider-Man, I finally got to deliver the news. People were so ecstatic, man. I'm so happy about that. Hey, Omar and Maddogg, for the hot omnis, do the local comic book shops have a better chance of getting a copy as long as you pre-ordered? I always wonder about that because sometimes I've heard horror stories of comic book shops getting shorted like variant covers because the variant covers go to the bigger shops. But I don't know how it is with omnis.
Over here in the UK, I don't. We can't actually go into our comic shops at the moment. And mine's a chain of Forbidden Planet, so it's the place that I'd order from the website anyway. But as long as you order it enough in advance, I've never known of people getting shorted. It's just the issue after that cut-off point that they don't really tell you it that clearly. So it's a bit of a shame.
When's the giveaway? I think on Saturday the 20th is when we're gonna do it. Saturday, it'll be a live giveaway. So do the regular Q&A, and then people could come in and win some prizes, man. So it'll be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun last time. A big headache, a big hassle, trying to figure out who won what. But yeah, House of M OHC just sold for $250 on eBay. Oh, God.
That's crazy, isn't it? I can't remember the last book I paid over cover price for. Just don't do it anymore. I'm not sure if you're the same. Like, that seems to be a rule that the community's imposed quite heavily for themselves lately.
Well, I always tell people, I don't tell anybody what to do. It's your money. If you've got the money and you want it and it makes you happy, you buy whatever you want to.
Fair play.
But everybody that wants to save money and get something else right now, and you're not in no rush to read this, wait for it. There'll be some kind of reprint, or it'll be available in another format for a while, but wait around. It'll come around, especially to the new people collecting these books, because some of us, I mean, a lot of my viewers that have been collecting, a little. I collected from the beginning, and then some of them joined like right around 2011, 2012. But books by then were going out of print. Like Wolverine was already out of print, so they have been waiting a decade for books to be reprinted, like Daredevil by Brian Michael Bendis. So luckily, we don't have to wait that long anymore. You still have to wait, but not a decade. Hello, Omar. I am the people. Oh, okay, the people have spoken. Please tell David, give Doctor Strange. Thanks. I will pass the message along. And actually, I will. I do. A lot of people have been wanting Doctor Strange. And there's a movie, so odds are, more than likely you'll get some kind of omnibus. Will there be more videos of the two of you together? Yeah, man, absolutely. If I have anything to say about it, yes. I don't know how Marcus feels.
No, I'd love to. Like, I tried. Like when I was planning for this, I was trying to come up with a sort of game show for you that was guess your favorite book. Like, actually, yeah, that's not a great game, is it? Guess your favorite book. You win.
I'm really good at that.
But I was going to look at 1-star reviews on Amazon and see if you could guess which of your favorite books is based on the 1-star review, because it was something that Mr. Sunday Movies did about movies, and like it just always be the Joker movie. And literally, some of them, I looked at X-Men: God Loves, Man Kills, and it was.
I gave that a 1-star.
Because it fell out of the package when they were opening.
Oh,
okay. And I wanted to see if you could guess which book they're talking about based on that.
Okay, I like that, man. Yeah, let's plan that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Jacqueline wants to join for that. So
yeah, that'll be a fun one. That will.
We can definitely do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun, man. I'm glad you were able to join me.
I'm glad you had me on here. It's a privilege. Man. Thank you.
Of course. No, man. I'm just a dude in my basement. I speak way too fast and mispronounce a lot of words. Hey, Omar, do you know when the cutoff point for X of Swords is? Amazon Canada still had the pre-order up, and I pre-ordered it. We were just talking about that. The final cutoff was back, I want to say like November. I have no idea how. I mean, maybe okay. What they can do is back order, and I don't know much about how like there's a lot left in the book market because they have a different stock than the direct market. So maybe you'll get lucky, kind of like Wolverine. Amazon found a bunch of stock in the book market, and they got they fulfilled most of those orders. So there you go.
Mark just had a really good comment for you, Mark McCambridge. I don't know if you're aware, so I thought it deserved some love.
There's this guy on YouTube with a channel named Near Mint Condition. You check it out. There were like, it's funny. One of my viewers a couple months ago, he's like, "Were you aware of these?" And it was like, like channels that were very similar to mine, like not near mint condition or near mint condition spelled differently. And I was like, no. But Dan's a copyright lawyer. I'm sure I should tell him, and he can. Do something about, I mean, you can't market on, or I mean, you can't copyright a near mint condition name, right? Unless it's
Not with that attitude.
not with that attitude. Yeah, Dan would be smacking me right now. Like, what's wrong with you? We can trademark anything. Omar, you gonna open up the Patreon chat option sometime? You gonna open up? Oh yes, the one-on-ones. Yeah, my wife and I were talking about that. Pretty much, I didn't want to stretch myself too thin because the last thing I wanted to do was overpromise things to patrons and not devote as much time on to YouTube, which is it's my pride and joy. I love coming here and talking to everybody, and I realize not everybody can be a patron. So I think I'm gonna open up 5 more slots coming out sometime probably this week. So just we'll put it in the little message box on Patreon. That's been a lot of fun getting to know people one-on-one, talking to them. It's been a blessing. Thank you all, and thank you anybody that watches the show and is a patron. All of you have been wonderful. And go and check out my buddy's channel here, Maddogg.
Thank you.
Oh,
the amount of work that must go into like just your channel on a daily basis. Like I don't get how you do it, but hats off to you. Like I've been a fan for years, so the amount, and then you've got the Patreon on top of that. Like I don't think people probably know just how much work goes into it. That's the one thing I learned from doing YouTube, just how much time it takes. And then you're like 2,000, you're like level 9,000 and beyond. So I don't know how much like work must go into it for you from your side, but like I said, mad respect.
Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. I try to, step back and go, okay, what is realistically what am I going to be able to do? So when people ask me for things or overview of certain things, like when people are like, hey, man, we know you're doing an X-Men reading order. Can you do like Superman? No, like not back to back. Like that would kill me. Like I would have to do a bunch of reading, like, and it's just a quick reread on a bunch of these books, but I want to make sure I do it properly because this is a full-time thing now. Yeah. And I cannot go from X-Men to Superman because it's another huge task to do Superman. I'll take a month, to do like little short reading orders, but Superman will come sometime later this year. Be, I don't know, up against Spider-Man or something like that. Make it fun. But really quick, Omar, I love that. Silver Surfer by Slot reprint. Only you can make it, Cap and Chris. I'm gonna leave that open. Okay, Omar. Oh, Chris got tired of asking me for the reprint and said, "Omar, just sell me your Silver Surfer by Dan Slott." Man, just wait. I don't want to sell it to you. Omar, I need one of those slots so you could help me properly organize my X-Clip. Got it, Dom. Or you could just wait till the videos come out, man. Save some money. Well, no, wait. No, sign up for the Patreon. Never mind. Don't listen to me. What am I talking about? Omar, how would you collect Spidey titles after Clone Saga? Every title separately or combined? I usually I try to keep Amazing together, but then there's crossovers, and I keep them with Amazing. Kind of like what I do with X-Men. I keep X-Men separate from Adjective list, Uncanny separate from Adjective list and Excalibur, unless there's a crossover, then that belongs in the X-Men shelf. Let's see. Omar, hook me up with Darth Vader by Gil. Is everybody just going to ask me for my books? What's happening here? We'll get a reprint, man. We'll make a reprint happen. Great stream, guys. Going to rewatch to see what I missed. Applause. Thank you so much. Everybody go and check out Jacqueline too. He has his own YouTube channel.
Such a good dude.
Omar, what was missing from the Hush Returns trade paper? They didn't even finish it, man. So much is missing from there, dude. Oh, I'm so upset about that. Like, remember when it was going to be part of the Hush Omnibus that DC canceled? We don't want to talk about that.
Yo, Cinematic Galaxy.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, no
it's of Absolute Transfer Metropolitan Volume 3. It got Volumes 1 and 2, and it hurts. Well, we got a reprint of Volume 1. Let's hope for a man, you all know me. I try to stay positive. But I've been looking at the catalog for October and December at DC. It's like they're trying to save you money so you can go and buy Marvel books. That's all I'm going to say. It's kind of sad. I'm with Maddogg. New 52 is what got me into comic book, being a comic book reader. I love plenty of eras better now, but I have a soft spot. Absolutely. You will always remember that era, right? Like no matter what got you in the comics, you will always remember those books that you read that were coming out. So Mad love, man. I like any era that got you into reading. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Omar, see you Monday. You're not gonna see me tomorrow, JT. I'm gonna be on. I'm on every day, baby. How many omnibus announcements do you have for next week, Omar? Well, those have to be approved by Marvel, so it really varies, and I have to get the assets first. So I'm waiting for a couple of things, but I should have a few. One of the videos will have 2 announcements. One of the videos is a reprint plus something special. It's a reprint, maybe special. I don't know how to call it. I'll figure it out. One is a new one, and the other one is that a new one? One's a reprint. One's a big reprint. And then one I'm doing with one new omnibus and the 3 OHCs. Hope that makes sense. But that will all start next week. I started reading the Golden Age. Woo! More power. I bow to you. I bow to you, good sir. That's something I couldn't do. I've tried. Have you, man? Have you tried like reading Golden Age stuff? Just
like sometimes I have to be in the mood for Silver Age sometimes, because obviously, actually it's weird because if I started with Ultimate Spider-Man, Bendis is quite weird. He loves his weirds, doesn't he? So I can't even use that as an excuse. It's just like
he's more talking heads though, right?
Whereas, yeah, it's like that, isn't it?
Whereas classic Silver Age is explaining the story in almost like a narrative. Like you have a narrator, like this is Dr. Octopus. He has 4 arms, and you get to you really get to know the characters. It's almost like reading Tolkien when he's explaining like the family lines and stuff. I get it.
It's just a bit. I feel like I need to commit more time to reading Silver Age to be like, right, you need half an hour for this one issue, because I'm a slow reader anyway. Like, so that's my normal issue with it. Like, I'm not against it. Like, I'm going to buy all the Fantastic Four Silver Age Omnibus now that we've got that Volume 4 coming out. And I want to, just go for it and do it all and see how it is for like a modern reader who, hasn't really touched that stuff before, because I feel like it still deserves that respect.
Yeah. And there are times that I honestly, I kind of like DC Golden Age a little more than Silver Age, but still, and no disrespect at all to anybody that likes it. I think it's wonderful. Whatever you like, you reading, as long as you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You do you. Any plans to use your contacts at Image and Dark Horse for more previews like you do for Marvel? It's a good idea. I can do that. Yeah, I can reach out to them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, usually DC sends me stuff early, but that guy, well, never mind. No, don't be starting any rumors. Follow the Mutants reprints. You heard Omar. No, that's not what I said. I said, and somebody really quickly extended like Eternals. Yes, that's what I would call it. An extended reprint. Thank you. That's the choice of words.
Like the expansion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Someone asked about your favorite Sean Phillips Brubaker collaboration.
Ooh,
I think it was John Smith.
What's tough? That's tough. That's a tough answer. Oh my gosh. I guess I really like Criminal, man.
Yeah, I'd have said the same. I think I'd go
Criminal, probably.
Volume 4 of the trade paperbacks. Like, I'm waiting for those reprints to come out. Yeah,
man. I got to go with Criminal. It's amazing. It's too good. What's up, Reaper? How you doing, buddy? Let's get some Jenkins complete collections. Yeah, the Spider-Man Jenkins. Honestly, what they could have done was done another omnibus to kind of be a companion omnibus to that John Byrne Spidey Omni. Then you could have the Howard Mackie and John Romita Jr. stuff like in another collection. That would have been really cool. Still waiting on those Gru Omnis. I think it's going to be Dark Horse, man. That's where my money's on it. Yeah. Woohoo! Well, follow Mutant Reprints. That's not what I said, guys. Everybody's going to dislike this video because y'all going to start spreading. This is how crap gets started. How people get canceled. Oh man, what's been my favorite Judge Dredd story so far? I gotta go with oh gosh, the name of the arc is slipping my name, but it's the one where all the judges come back for Judge Death and bring him back to life, and it's got Judge Anderson in it. It's like the Apocalypse arc. I can't. Well, God, what
Apocalypse
is the name of...
War.
Maybe that's what it's. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Dude,
yeah.
That storyline.
That was my childhood.
But you had a good childhood then. I love that story, man.
When's the mixtape coming? That's a good question.
We have
From Holiday Low.
Yo, it's my guy, Maddogg with Uncanny Omar. Man, when's the mixtape coming out? Christmas of 2027. We're shooting for that. for that. Any idea if Image or Boom OHCs really rarely see reprint? They do reprint them, and I've reached out to Image recently, and I'll reach out again. I'll reach out again. I promise. East of West hardcovers are out of stock already. Don't they come out in March? I know volumes 1, 2, and 3, which was weird because 3 completely disappeared off the catalog, and then they put it back. Like doing my upcoming collected editions is such a task. I love doing it, but man, like DC makes it difficult, and then books get pulled left and right. Best jumping on point for Fantastic Four. We'll take a couple more questions. I gotta save my breath for tonight. WandaVision review at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the amazing Amanda and I. So if you watched it, come and join us. No spoilers yet. There'll be spoilers then. Marcus, you wanna do this one first, and then I can answer. Like, what do you think is a good jumping on? I swear, if you say Ultimate Fantastic Four, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
No, that was my first, but I don't think it's best. I'd go Mark Waid. For me personally, it's such an underrated run. Like, I like Jonathan Hickman. I just don't think it's good for new readers personally, especially when you get into like the Future Foundation stuff and stuff like that. Whereas I think Mark Waid and Greg Rucka are possibly the two most underrated writers in modern comics for me. They just never seem to get brought into the conversation as much. Whereas think about how much stuff they've done. So Mark Waid for me. I went on a tangent there. I'm sorry.
No, I think it's a wonderful. That's a wonderful suggestion because that was going to be my suggestion. Not only that, but because it is a good suggestion. So for me, I'm actually my buddy Reaper suggested doing a collected editions. Like, what's a good jumping on point of collected editions for people with different characters? So that's a good segment idea, and that's something I'm working on. And I'll probably start with the Marvel's First Family. All right, I'm being serious. I actually have this answer. I've had it for years, and that is Stan Lee's classic. You can't go wrong with the classic Jack Kirby Stan Lee. John Byrne's era is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal jumping on point. Like, whether yes, one of the Fantastic Four is replaced and things happen. There's so much drama and horrible things happening to this family, but you get that sense of like, oh man, these are wonderful people. They really do belong together, and they're doing good things. Mark Waid's run, 100%. Mark Waid's run is so good. I think Jonathan Hickman has a good understanding, but he also, it's this decompressed storytelling that he does, but it's a great start.
Yeah, it's
a great start. What's up, man, from Turkey? It's a great start. I love the kids. I love it. Dude, Doom in freaking Wade's run was so, dude, that armor, was so good. Oh, I loved it. And then there's underrated runs like McDuffie's run. I think it's very underrated. Nobody ever talks about JMS's run in Fantastic Four. I did not like Mark Miller's run. So
I remember that got announced an omnibus like before omnibuses were really cool, and it kept getting pushed back until like. I remember this was about 2011, and then it just never came out. So I've never read that run. So it sounds like it was for the best.
No, not Fractions run. I was not a fan. I did like his other title, though. I did not like Fantastic Four, but I liked the other one with Mike Allred. What was it? The Future Foundation?
FF. I think it was just called FF, I think.
Yeah.
So that was the Marvel Now stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Omar, please beg David for Hickman Avengers and FF. Well, let's not get greedy, man. We got to pick one. Is that a Micronaut? Okay, you get 2. I'll ask for 2. You got a Micronaut. That's not Acra Year. What's his name? I can't remember that dude's name. But he does know. I mean, he does. Oh, Robert what was his name? Roberto Aguirre. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The guy that did the Sabrina book. Don't forget to give a link to Marcus's channel. Yes, I'll put that in the description of the video, please.
Thank you.
Check that out. Almost 400 likes in the chat. Yeah, we had 600 people here, man. It was really nice. It was Acra Year. Okay, that's what I thought it was. But when does the Spider-Man Bronze Age start? Bronze Age is kind of tricky. I want to say probably around 1970. Most people probably think, what do y'all think? Around Giant Size 1, 1975? Sergio. You know, actually, Thor was in our top 15 last year. Thor Silver Age 1. I don't think I saw Iron Man in the top 20.
That had that movie cover as well. That was the first omnibus that had 3 variants.
3 variants, yeah, man. What's up, Cesar? How you doing, brother? Shoot, what I miss? You missed the whole solicitation, but you can always go back and rewind it as we wrap up. Sorry if this was talked about already, but where's Volume 2 of the main Star Wars, Gillen and Pack? No word of that yet, but perhaps with the sales of these new Star Wars Omnis, they will see that people still want this and would love a continuation of that series. So let's hope that's what happens. So don't forget to pre-order. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, please. And if you're in the UK, read. You said read?
Yeah, Read Comics is pretty decent, or Forbidden Planet.
That FF La Roca, written by Claremont, and I did not remember. I love that. That run is solid, too.
Oh, The Heroes Return. Shout
out to Maddogg for talking openly about budgets. This hobby can burn someone out pretty quickly. 2020 was a big spending year. Yeah. All right. And on that note, I am going to leave in the description of this video a link to Marcus's channel. I'd love for everybody to go and join him and subscribe. And everybody, please stay healthy. I'll be back at 8 p.m. tonight for WandaVision, Eastern Standard Time. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m. is the Q&A. The giveaway will be live on the 20th, I think is what my wife said. That's what she wants to do. Omar, a lot of Omnis during the pandemic went out of print fast. Which ones are going to get a the one for sure that's coming is Absolute Carnage, July 28th. That's the start, though. So, everybody, please stay healthy, stay safe out there. Marcus, why don't you plug your channel, man? Yeah, you tell them what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Maddogg Comics. I'm based in the UK. My main show is Whale Watch, where Joachim said a good thing that you're like the fire, I'm like the alarm, because you give everybody the good news of omnibuses that are coming out and getting reprinted. I'm the one that's going, yeah, it looks like it's going out of print, so maybe you should buy this. So my channel wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Neiman Mint Condition, you know. I was a fan of iFanboy about 10 years or so ago, and then that wasn't there on YouTube, and then I checked out Neiman Mint Condition, and I was like, you know what, I want to be part of this community as well, so I owe him a massive thank you. But yeah, I just do whatever video takes me fancy. I do Where to Start series, Who Is. I also like doing Missing the Issue, where I take an omnibus and I look at the issues that are missing in it, and if it should like stop you from buying an omnibus or not. But yeah, again, I do just want to say a massive thank you to Omar and Melanie and all the Neiman Mint Condition crew. You two are like the Beyonce and Jay-Z of the YouTube comic community. I can listen to you two all day. Like, a few songs I'm done, but I don't need to listen to him talking over songs again. But
I'm Beyonce then. I'm Queen Bee. Melanie can be Jay-Z. Although he did. Anyway, no, it was a pleasure to have you, man. I'm so glad. We will definitely do this again. I'm going to edit the link to the description. And one more thing I didn't say, Marcus made the thumbnail. He made my thumbnails look like crap. He did such a good job on it. I'm going to start using that format. I'm just going to put him in charge of it. But yeah,
thank you.
Anytime on, you let me know when you want to do that that video that you had about. That was a good idea. I like that. It's Guess the Omnibus. I like that a lot. But everybody, please stay healthy, stay safe out there. Don't forget to hit like on your way out. Much love.